From the Red Shoe Institute, this is Touch Base Tuesdays, sharing life-changing stories and advice to help military families with all phases of deployment.
Dr. Volker, please tell us a little bit about yourself. I love you in your Breach for the Yellow Ribbon. You are the sex lady. Tell us a little bit about what you do and why you do it.
Thank you so much, Dr. Gear. It's a very honor to be here on your show. What we're doing at the Yellow Ribbon is to invite couples who are coming back from deployment to consider all of the elements of intimacy, and we call it rebooting your relationship. It was started by an Army nurse in one of my classes at St. Thomas University, who then went on to retire with her partner. But the elements of the workshop is to really look at some of the issues that all couples face who go off for deployment and come back. But really, it's for all couples. We focus on 8 types of intimacy. Only one is sex. However, sex can be very important too. And so there are elements of communication, trust, looking at elements about each other in our relationship, and expectation, realistic expectations. Well, I'll tell you what all of the vets have said, and I call them the real experts, is that if there's deployment in the future, you really want to have some special items that you leave at home for your loved ones and your children, but we're talking about the couples now. Or little notes. So on days that are really difficult, a person can find them. Go look in this drawer. Go look in this pocket. And also, of course, there's certainly FaceTime and all the communication systems. I just think it's really important to do that. Some of the couples have also said they have certain routines that they may do by themselves, and therefore they'll have like there's Throwback Thursdays or Tuesdays, and they will have, if they can, to have certain things that they do at certain times, separate but together. Of course, there's sex, and a lot of times, while people are okay, some with sexting, some military bases are not so crazy about that, but others find that they have code words. And so they make up their code letters and words that are going to express, I'm thinking about you, or I'm having a fantasy, or I'm pleasuring myself right now. And so codes seem to work really well for a lot of people. I think that's one of a very difficult thing. Now, some people have no problems being celibate. They miss, but they put that sexual energy into something else, all right? And it's been very interesting. Some of the couples have decided, let's see how long I can go without even masturbating. And it's very interesting, because what happens is, although it can get to be, okay, I have to do something physical, usually something else. I'm certainly not against masturbation or self-pleasuring, but some couples have decided to do some interesting things, like they would call it, Tuesday morning self-pleasuring. Okay, so they'll do that together, separate places. Other times, they've decided, I remember a couple saying, the deployment is going to be for 6 months. Could we really go without sex for 6 or 8 months? And what they found was they would have to put that sexual energy into something. Like one of them got at home, she got involved into a lot of creative art. He had to do something physical. He had to do, testosterone is a big push, all right, for sexual energy. He found he had to do other things physical. And then some people are very fine with people masturbating and self-pleasuring, and they just want to know, again, in a code, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. And with that, of course, comes little love notes, some little reminders, some pictures, some FaceTime. All of that is so, so important. I think it's important, and this is what I've learned from a lot of the real experts, they need to have role models. They need to talk very much to people who've walked in their shoes before them. And that's the shoulders that soldiers and their spouses and partners stand on. How did you deal with this? What happened with this? We have 2 nephews that are in active duty right now, and they have each mentors that they have talked to, both the soldier and their spouses. Many times the soldiers have said when we're away on deployment, we're very busy or we're focused on where we're at. Sometimes the people at home will be in their routines, and they need to have support of the people who are waiting at home, serving in that way by waiting at home and taking care of what is needed there as well. I'm also thinking of the person who talked about journals, a lot of writing. Many people said, I had to just keep writing. I want you to be connected with me, and so I'm going to write. And every day I'll write to you. Whether you get it or not, I'm going to keep a journal. And so in that way, they kept alive these intimacies as well. Of course, people sent people things. Of course, they emailed or texted. But I think there's a really big challenge in how do we stay connected when we're apart.